Faraci from Out and About with Rosanna Faraci. I'm here in West Hollywood, Los Angeles. On today's show, I catch up with Brandon Biebel, pro skater. Everyone will absolutely love the behind the scenes with him. I also have an interview with Harry T, Psychic to the Stars. I show you my secret beauty tips, vampire facial, eyebrow feathering, and I get a hair makeover by hairstylist to the stars, Michael Sparks. We also go check out one of LA's hotspots, EPLP, where I have a chat with Chloe Maggs. I hope you enjoy. Woo! I'm Rosanna Faraci. I'm here with pro skateboarder Brandon Biebel.
Yep, it's good. I'm glad you're here. We had a good skate session earlier, and we just chilling.
So how did it all start? How old were you?
Well, I fell in love with skateboarding when I was 12 years old. I was just a little 12-year-old kid, and I liked to play sports and just do activities. I rode bikes, and then a few of my friends in the neighborhood, they got skateboards, and so I ended up getting a skateboard, and we just skated every day, and it just kind of turned into where I never put the skateboard down. We just skated every day. I remember I was like, damn, I've been skating for a month, and then, oh shit, I've been skating 6 months, and then now I've been skating 25 years. So it's just a blessing. I love what I do. I enjoy being able to skate every day with my friends. A lot of the people I idolized growing up being a young skater are now like my real close friends. Traveled the world with them, and it's just been a dream come true.
Where have some of the places been you've traveled around the world?
I'm actually very blessed and fortunate to be able to travel. When I was a kid, I never thought I'd go anywhere, and now I got 3 passports that are fully tatted. You know, I've been all over the world, spent a lot of time in China. I love Europe, Australia, pretty much all over the United States. And just, man, I just love going to new places and just traveling and being able to skate and skate with the awesome people I get to skate with.
How has your perspective changed from when you started to now?
I mean, honestly, it's amazing. I just love skating just because I loved it. And I never asked to be pro. I never really, expected it. I just really loved it. And I just thought about it all the time. When I was in the car, I'd just look out the window at skate spots. I daydreamed about skating. I looked at skate magazines, studied skate videos. And it was just like something that I just was super passionate about. And then I'd set little goals for myself like, oh man, it'd be cool to, maybe get free skateboards or something. And then that happened. And then, I got sponsored, and then I started making money. And then I started getting like ads in magazines, and it just like evolved and just got bigger and bigger and bigger and cooler. And, so it's just been a dream come true. And, I'm just very grateful to be here still, and still get to skate with my friends and still get to do what I love to do.
Tell me about this place. It's incredible.
Well, right here, we're in North Hollywood, California, and this is our private skate park. I've had it for about 10 years now, and it's just a great building. We've got a private indoor skate park built in here. We've got some basketball hoops, pool table, so it's like a kick it clubhouse type thing. But it's great, man. It's a dream come true to have your own park like this and to be able to skate with your close friends and people that you love. And yeah, man, 10 years strong right now, and this is a place where we just come and we just, grind and practice and do what we'd love to do.
Well, we know you love skating and you love working with kids and helping them learn how to skate, but what's something we don't know about you?
Well, I skateboard a lot. That's like my passion. That's my number one. But I'm more than a skateboarder. I love to, play sports. I love to stay active. I love to, work out in the gyms. I like to play basketball. I like to play golf. I like to do a lot of things. So skateboarding is my number one. But when I'm not skateboarding, I'm still busy doing a lot of other things.
Well, this is incredible. You've done so well. Do you have any other goals you haven't achieved yet?
I got a lot of goals. I got this thing on my wrist right here. It says, I promise. You know what I'm saying? And that means to me that I promise to accomplish the goals I set for myself. So I got a lot of goals right now. I'm just working every day until I get there. Repetition over.
Are you allowed to share them?
I got a couple. They personal. But basically, I'm just going repetition over and over and over until I get to them goals.
Well, I look forward to seeing what those goals are. Okay, so you've achieved so much skateboarding, but what would your number one accomplishment be?
Man, my number one accomplishment will probably be, I mean, out of all the accomplishments, I'm very proud of a lot of the stuff I accomplished, but for the last 10 years, I support my mother and my father. Skateboarding, thank you skateboarding, but you know, I'm able to buy my parents a house, cars, pay all their bills, and make sure they're straight. So, you know, that's very important to me, and to be able to do that through skateboarding, that's huge. So out of all the accomplishments, to see my mom and dad, you know, their life living easier and they happy, that's the biggest accomplishment that I've gotten so far, and I'm trying to just, you know, keep doing that as long as I can.
Well, you've made a difference in so many people's lives. Thank you so much for the interview. You're incredible.
I appreciate
Big
you.
hug.
Try to relax your knees. Try not to feel tense. Try just be comfortable. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Rosanna Faraci, and I'm here with Psychic to the Stars, Harry T. Now tell me, Harry, when did you first discover you had these psychic abilities?
Well, I was born this way, Rosanna. So to be honest with you, it's been a part of my life, my entire life. So it wasn't really anything that was different for me. I was literally born this way.
And when did you first discover it? Who was the first person you impacted the most, let's say?
To be honest with you, I would say my family, and I would say my family because they're the ones that I would share my revelations with. So when I was a small child at the age of about 3, I would always talk about these spirits that I would see, and I actually didn't know that they were dead. So to me, they were just like us. And I would describe, you know, these men that were in my room, and my dad's like, "What men?" I'm like, "Oh, what? No, I didn't know that they weren't dead."
And so when did you start doing it as a job, let's say?
Well, for me, it's been something that I've been doing professionally for the last decade now. So it's been 10 years since it's been my profession. But I've been doing readings since I was a teenager. So it's been a long time, and it's amazing to do this for work because I don't really see it as work because it's really a part of my life. And helping people, it's just my passion.
Well, I remember doing the photo shoot with you, and you brought me to tears before we even started because you picked up something on a photo. But who are some of the big stars that you've done readings on that have just been blown away?
Well, apart from you, Rosanna, I've done readings for King, who is a very famous television host. I've done readings for Jolie Fisher, who is an actress in Hollywood, and she's a sister to the late Carrie Fisher, who's a very famous Hollywood family. I've done readings for the Beverly Hills Housewives, and which is great. Kyle Richards, she's now a good friend. She's lovely. There've been so many celebrities. Marianne Williamson, she's a very famous author. She's probably one of the most quoted women in the world, and we're also good friends now. But there have been so many.
And has anyone ever done a reading for you?
Oh, yes. I love readings. I'm always the one that's like, what's happening with my life? Yes, I do get readings occasionally. It's been a while, so I probably need one.
So who's been the most accurate that's read you?
Actually, it was a very old lady who lives in, I think, near Washington. She's in her 80s, and she was actually the psychic who cracked the Ted Bundy case in the 70s. Wow. And she was fantastic. I had a reading from her probably about 5 years ago, and she was incredible.
Well, you've got your show tonight, your live audience. How do you start it off? Like, do you just feel who you're drawn to in the audience?
That's a great question, Rosanna. For me, before I go onto the stage, I get into my zone, and basically as soon as I walk onto the stage, I've got no idea what's going to happen. So literally spirits will just come forward, and I'll just relay the messages that I get, and hopefully it will relate to someone in the audience, and they normally put their hand up, and the rest kind of unfolds.
Well, thank you so much for the interview. I know you're running short for time, so I will see you in there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rosanna.
Hi, I'm Rosanna Faraci, and I'm here with Tracy Jewell from Married at First Sight, who's having her very first vampire facial, PRP. Now, tell me, Dr. Gordon, why is this the most popular treatment?
Well, it's very popular in Hollywood right now, especially because of the Kardashians promoted this as the vampire facial that she gets to rejuvenate her skin. So everyone now wants more of a natural glow, a natural look, not so much more the artificial, the plastic look anymore. So the PRP, basically what it is it's healing factors from your own blood. We draw the blood, we spin it, and we inject the healing factors into the skin.
And where would you, like Tracy, this is the first time you're actually having it done. What made you go down this path?
So I had my fillers removed because although I want to look good and have great skin, I don't want to inject myself full of fillers because I felt like I had the chipmunk look. But now I still have that crepey skin under my, under my eyes. I feel a bit tired, especially in winter. And skin pigmentation.
She looks stunning.
Yeah, but it hasn't corrected the challenges that I have, and I love the fact that this is something that works by rebuilding my collagen, right? So
that's right.
It has long-lasting results, which is awesome.
So where are the areas just around the eyes, or
so under my eyes it's quite crepey with dark circles. I'm traveling a lot, so I feel like I have very crepey skin at the moment, and some skin pigmentation left over from last summer. What you did last summer.
And where are the areas you'd like to treat? Just sort of all around today, or?
Yeah, so for Tracy especially, because of the concerns of the crepiness around under the eyes, and she's had fillers there before. Unfortunately, fillers, they don't really rejuvenate under the eyes, especially the skin. So what PRP does is that it extracts healing factors from your own blood, and it's all natural. So once it's injected into the skin, it triggers a healing process, so it builds collagen and helps tighten the skin. So I think in her case it will be a much more natural solution than putting more fillers in.
And I've had it done, I swear.
Look at your skin, it's gorgeous. I'm excited.
And they will put numbing cream, yes?
Yes.
I'm a little bit nervous about the drawing of the blood, but you know what? I think the results will be worth it, and numbing cream, of course.
Okay, well, let's start. We need dramatic background music.
I prefer not to think about it.
Like dun 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 dun.
Please, there's no sharks in this room, is there?
No.
Hi, my name's Rosanna Faraci and I'm here at Luxe Brows and Lashes. I'm revealing one of my favourite secrets, the eyebrow feathering. Now, I've come to Kim Evans because you're an absolute master at it. It's the craze at the moment, but what's your point of difference?
My point of difference is we keep the brows looking very natural. Our brow feathering, our signature is to keep them looking so natural that people don't even know you've had it done. They think you're born with those brows.
And I did notice, like, it's totally changed the structure of my face. Like, everyone have a look at what you've done. Could you just explain?
And this is a lot of people make mistakes. The brow can grow too heavy or become too heavy down here. We also want to lift this area of the eye here. We're looking at the bone structure. So we lift here, which opens up the eye area here, and then elongate out the tail, out further here, so it really opens up and lifts and gives your eyes a brighter, it's almost like a facelift.
I do feel like it has lifted my face and I look happier, like they looked a bit droopy. Now tell me, Kim, how long have you been doing this? Your style's so unique. How important are eyebrows to the face?
Eyebrows are everything. Melbourne particularly is all about eyebrows. And brows shape the whole face. They will change your face. You've got to look at the brow and the bone structure and create the best brow for your face.
I feel like I've had a facelift or something, like the way they just lift the face by taking it from underneath. Like you actually do it to suit the face shape. How do you pick the colour? Like, what are the things that most of your clients go for?
You've got to look at the bone structure of the client. So you've got to look at the side of the face around to like the side here. We always want to open up this part here. Most people tend to droop down at the front, so we want to lift the front area. Yeah. And we really try and highlight and elongate the whole face and open up the eyes, not make them drop down and look tired.
Who are some of the celebrities you've done?
We do lots of celebrities. Ash Pollard, Lana Wilkinson, the stylist in Melbourne, Sophie Keisha, the young mummy, yes. Rebecca Madden from the Footy Show. So they're all different brow people. Some want really dramatic, some want really nice and soft. We cater for every brow style.
I absolutely love the job and I can't wait to get an eyelash lift. And your bookings, you're booked out for like 6 months of the year. So make sure everyone, if you're going to book, you do it immediately. Thank you so much. I'm extremely happy and I can't wait to show all my friends.
You're welcome.
Big hug. Oh. I'm Rosanna Faraci and I'm here with hairstylist to the stars, Michael Sparks. Now, tell me, Michael, not many people know, but you started off doing football. How did this journey begin?
Well, growing up, I was, always an athlete, but also had like a little artistic. I draw, graffiti, did a bunch of stuff like just growing up, and but football and just sports in general were like my kind of like my go-to thing, So, Pop Warner, young age, then went up to high school. Made All-State, the only junior in the state of California to make All-State in football. Had offers to a bunch of different schools for football. Decided to go to Cal Berkeley, and stuff happened. Things kind of got a little mumbo jumbo, and then I ended up being in Missouri State. Then got a shot in the NFL, Kansas City Chiefs. Got cut from there, and then when I got cut, NFL Europe was talking about it, and I didn't want to do it. So then that's when the San Diego Chargers found out. They flew me out. Didn't report to camp. Yeah. And kind of backtracking a little bit though. I've always kind of been into hair. I used to do like my teammates' hair. I actually,
wow, so yeah. You've been in the change rooms and.
Yeah, exactly. I used to always do my teammates, and then the funny thing about it is I should have been a fashion merchandise major, but the very, very last class that I had to take my last semester in college wasn't offered, and if I had to take a class, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have been eligible to play football. So I need one more class and I would be actually a major in fashion design, fashion merchandise. But instead I majored in psychology. But I used to make clothes for my teammates. I used to make clothes for girls. I've just always been kind of different. And I actually love women. So I was always just like, if I'm not gonna, if I'm not gonna go pro football, I want to, be
well, it's a great way to meet women.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I'm not, I don't want to do that.
You're like, I love women.
I love women, but I'm not a good, no, but you're right. Yeah, and I mean, it's a great way, but anyways.
So you'd get invited to the girls' nights out so you could do all their hair? When you started working in hairdressing, how is it the celebrities got to know you? Who are some of the names you've worked with?
Well, I mean, I was actually really lucky to assist, when I first, it was actually Jen Atkins and Leanne Citrone. She actually owns a salon out right now, Andy LeCompte Salon. I used to sometimes work with Andy too on jobs. But then they left, and then I assisted a guy by the name of Chris McMillan, and he is a big celebrity hairdresser too. And I was with him for almost going on to 4 years. So just like brushing shoulders with people in the industry, and and eventually when he couldn't do hair, then I would, they would request me, and time has gone on, and I've been lucky to work with awesome people.
So tell me, Michael, can you drop some names of who you're actually doing hairstyles on?
So this is just, as of recently, I kind of stopped working with this one, I think. But I think she'll come back. But I don't know, we'll see. I've done her for many, many years, is Meghan Markle. She's the princess.
Wow.
Yeah, I've done her for about 10 years now. And then Jamie Alexander. she's like my sister. She's the one on Blind Spot. Like I've done her for many of the years, changed her look so many times. And then Miranda Cosgrove, I grew up with her kind of. She's that iCarly girl. Like she still does a bunch of stuff. She's one of the voices for Despicable Me. She's just, I've done a few. They've been some good people.
So you've done lots of people. When they walk in, how do you assess what look you think suits them?
Okay, well, first of all, everyone wants to look sexy.
Yes.
You know, and I always say this, and people are like, but like I said, I almost majored in fashion design, fashion merchandise, so I don't just look at hair when I do someone's hair. Yeah. I look at like the whole thing. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I really like boom, 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 boom. Yeah. And some of these clients that I have, they come in, they read these magazines, and they say, oh, I have too short of, my head, my forehead's small, I can't get bangs, or I can't do, and I'm like, let me just take a deep breath. Let me look at you. Let's figure this out.
So basically, you assess their whole look.
Yes, exactly. So it just depends. I go off of the vibe of someone. I ask them what do they do for a living sometimes to see if you have to keep it sometimes practical. Yeah. But everyone also does like to have hair that falls in place. I kind of pride myself in sexy good hair, but it's also easy for someone to do because I don't live with them, so I can't do their hair every day. You know what I mean? So So there's a bunch of different categories I look at. I can't just say one thing. That's what I look. I did your hair today. I see.
I absolutely love my hair. Look at my hair, everyone.
Just
sexy. Tell me about it. What did you do when I walked in today?
So when you walked in today, when I walked in too, and I saw your hair, it just looked very heavy, and it was your ends. You definitely needed to be. Cut. You said cut an inch. I think I cut a little bit more because I needed a little bit more. But anyways, and then all I did is I just softened up. And I tried to blend your layers. It was very disconnected. Your layers were very disconnected. So, and like I said, so when you move your head, I want everything to flow together. I don't want it to look like one piece of hair is going this way, the other hair is going this way. I like everything to move as you know what I mean? So I try to blend a lot. So that's why I dry cut at the end too, so I can see what's going on.
So I absolutely love my hair, but for anyone visiting LA wanting to come and get their hair done by you, if they can get a spot, where do they find you?
At Andy LeCompte Salon in West Hollywood. It's on the border of West Hollywood and Beverly Hills. Or you can also find me on my Instagram at Michael Hair, Michael, and then Hair, Hair, simple, Michael Hair.
Well, I can't wait to go out tonight and show off my new hair. Thank you so much. Big hug. Thank you.
For sure.
Now I'm here with Ryan, the manager of EPLP. This is such a popular hotspot, especially for the Aussies. Who started it? Why is it so popular?
I think Grant and David, our owners and our founders, did a really good job of marketing us before we ever opened. They have some popular venues over in Australia. They had a great following. Grant obviously has his following before we ever even got off the ground. So we made a name for ourselves. The location of the place is amazing. It's probably the best view of LA you can find. And you're always going to find a great scene here. You're always going to have fun. You're always going to have great drinks. And the restaurant's amazing too. You're always going to have a great time.
So what are the favorite things on the menu?
You could always go to Where Love Lives. You look at the sign and it says it all over the place here. You know it's Where Love Lives. We have a lot of great cocktails. We have food-wise, you're going to have a great menu curated by Chef Lewis. Depending if you want fish, beef, traditional Southeastern Asian cuisine, you're going to find anything you're looking for here.
Well, I can't wait to try what's on the menu, and thank you so much for your hospitality. I really appreciate it.
It's nice to meet you. Thank you.
I'm Rosanna. I'm here with Chloe Maggs, now known as I Am Chloe. She's reached number 3 on the Australian charts. Last time I spoke to you, Chloe, we were at Coachella. You were performing your song for the first time. How do you feel? How did it all happen?
Okay, so my song was put up on iTunes yesterday, and within 2 hours it reached number 8, which I was actually really surprised. 2 hours after that, it reached number 5. It's now been up for 2 days, and I'm sitting at number 3. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
So what's happening from here? Like, what do we expect to see next?
So I'm in LA currently over the next 6 weeks, and I'm basically recording my album. So we've got the following single that'll be released in September coming. That's been recorded, that's finished. We're also working on my music videos, getting all my creative content together, doing brand new photo shoot, rebranding, and getting ready for the artist ride. I'm super excited.
And you're doing your music video here as well, I heard. Is there anything you can tell us about that?
Oh, I can't give away too much, but I will tell you it's extremely sexy, raunchy, but still very tasteful.
And why have your celebration here with Out and About with Rosanna? EPLP, have you been here before?
I have. It's one of my favourite hotspots to visit when I'm here in LA. Tonight, it's about 42 degrees outside, so there is no better place than this incredible rooftop with the incredible view, bottle of Verve champagne, celebrating with my best girlfriends. Here with you, Rosanna. I'm a happy girl.
Thank you so much, Chloe, and good luck. I can't wait to see what happens in the future.